Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne, and I will wait for a few moments to see if anybody comes on. Otherwise, this could be one of those no one shows up for my live streams. Well. I never know when I'm going to come on. And, I come on at various times. Generally speaking, I have kind of a set time if I'm going to come on, which is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And pretty much I've been on every night for the last 2 weeks around 10 p.m. Last night I came on at 10:30, or I'm sorry, 9:30. The night before, I think I came on at 10:40. So, I'm kind of all, or the night before that, I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to live streams, but my general time speaking is around 10 p.m. Now, I come here during the daytime as well, but I just never know what time that's going to be. So that one is unpredictable, but I've been here pretty much every day. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I'll give you a blue wrench. Thank you. So the way I do it is during the daytime, I can't put myself on a schedule because I don't know what my schedule is. I have a pretty busy life during the week. Hey, Mohammed. That's wonderful. Hey, Ajin. Welcome. Mohammed, what kind of poetry do you write? I have quite a few poets that come on here, like Red Riding Hood. She comes on here and she's fabulous. She is really fabulous. Poetry comes from the soul, and I love that. Hey, Arnie. Oh, are you at the doctor's right now? Well, I hope it all goes well, Arnie. I hope it all goes well for you. And I just decided to pop on. And of course, I'm pretty consistent the last 2 weeks. I've been, hey, Dory. Thank you for coming, Dory. Thank you. During the daytime, I don't have a set time. It could be anywhere, generally speaking, from 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4:30. If I'm going to come on. I've come on as late as 5, but generally not. Hey, Christopher, and hey, Channel W. Eritha. Welcome. Thank you for coming. When you come on at different times, you bring in different friends or different people because that means they're going to draw your blood, right, Arnie? Right. And so mustard all the way. Absolutely. Last night I was on here and I was talking about love, because it was Valentine's Day. And I thought, even though that was a lighter topic, I thought, yeah, I'll come on with an even lighter topic, like mustard or ketchup. Which is your preference? If you could only choose one, if they said to you, you can only choose one, either mustard or ketchup. Well, it used to be ketchup for me, but not anymore. I like mustard. I used to not like mustard, and now I like mustard. So which is it for you, ketchup or mustard? Dory says mustard all the way. Do you like your mustard spicy, or do you like it the more regular? Hey, Heather, welcome. Thank you for coming, my friend. Great to see you here. Thank you. I hope you all had a great Super Bowl and a great Valentine's Day. I had a great, both of those, and we had a great time. So, yeah. So what do you do when no one shows up at your live stream? Well, the other day, hey, Grandma Ducky, she likes hers spicy. I knew you would. And Dory says, what do you say, Dory? I would never pick ketchup for anything. I eat every kind of mustard. Yeah, think of me. How many poems of my love chant and sing when the flute did not kneel for my sadness, nor did I come to sing in the weeping. Oh, how beautiful, my friend Muhammad. How beautiful. I love poetry. Matter of fact, I forgot to write my poem today because I woke up with a poem and I can't even remember what it was, because that wake up period is a very good time of creativity. And if you don't write it down, you lose it. And Heather says, I talk to myself. I do that too. I do it a lot. And, but I didn't write my poem, Muhammad, and I should have. So you've got me motivated again to write more poetry. Yeah, Grandma Ducky. Yeah, and Heather says, talk to myself, and Grandma Ducky says, I play music. I need to, when you first start a live stream, there's nobody here. So, what do? But what happens when no one shows up? Because I've had that happen where YouTube did not push me out for whatever reason, and no one knew I was on. So one time I sat here for about 10 minutes and I just sat. I think I was out on Grandma's porch, and I just sat there. And then finally I just closed it down. Or you can use that time if you have a particular topic you want to talk about from your perspective. You can just kind of turn it into a video, make it a video. It just happened to be a live stream, but a lot of people do that and then people watch it later. It can happen. Jory, I plan on taking a nap as soon as I finish. I do. Yesterday, I took a nap my husband came home from work about 5:30, and he said he was going to lay down and take a nap and then get back up and work on our security cameras, because we had one of our security cameras that he couldn't get to working right. It's working right now. And so he laid down, and I said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to lay down too. So I laid down for about 2 hours. And I have to tell you, when I did my live stream last night at 9:30, oh my gosh, I had so much energy. I had so much energy. So I plan on taking a nap today, whether I need it or not. Grandma Ducky says, I've had 3 people. I just talk to the 3 people and have fun. Yeah. You know what, Grandma Ducky? That's the whole thing. A lot of it has to do with whether YouTube pushes you out, because sometimes they don't, or people don't see it till much later. And it's not even, that people wouldn't come. It's just that it's not being pushed out there. And, I have probably as many or more that come and watch the live stream after it's over than actually during the live stream. Because, I get live stream notices all the time that were from like the day before. Who can figure? Who can really figure it out? I don't try to figure YouTube out anymore at all. I've given up. I don't try to figure out the algorithm, because yesterday I was talking about how I wasn't going to post any more videos for right now on my main page or my main channel. I was going to put them all over on my other 4 channels, which the links are pinned to the top of the description box if you want to connect with all of my channels. And then I said, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do it, because it doesn't really seem to make any difference. Grandma Ducky, it depends. If it's a growth channel that I go to, if it's a growing channel, I don't watch those because there's no purpose in really going back there. But if it's a channel that I'm going to either be entertained by or I'm going to learn something from, absolutely. A lot of those live streams, I go back and watch. My live streams, you grow here, but they're not really about, I'm not a growth stream channel like a lot of channels. I'm a grandma channel who lets you grow here, or encourages you to grow. Yeah, Jory, it's crazy. It really, really is so crazy how YouTube works, because there are channels that have terrible content and they're just like grow, grow, grow. And you go, what in the world are they doing that's getting all these people? And then you have channels that are so wonderful and amazing, and the content is amazing, and they don't grow. Hey, Jamie, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Jamie's Madhouse. Jamie, did you call it something else when you started it out? I know you used to be Jamie Vegan, or I can't remember. I can't remember what your original channel was, but I thought it was something a little bit different when you first started this channel, or maybe you have another channel besides this channel. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, so last night I came on at 9:30. Oh, really, Jory? Well, that is good. I'm glad at least my notification is getting out. Yeah, Grandma Ducky, and I don't do drama. I just don't. I don't even go to drama channels because then I want to take a shower after. I don't like that. I'm all about living your best life. And if people are bashing each other, that's not living your best life. Happy people don't bash each other. Unhappy people do. And I don't want to be an unhappy person. Yep, Christopher says ketchup all the way. Yes. You know, I was taught, hey, Marianne, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. When my husband and I lived in Europe, and I told this story last night, we were waiting for a train to one of the former Eastern Bloc countries. And it was very, very cold, very cold. This is, many years ago. And that was after the wall had come down. So we wanted to go over there. And we were standing out waiting for the train, and it was so cold. It was like zero, and it had snowed, and we were just so cold. And my husband said, let's go get a wurst, which is like a hot dog or a sausage. It's more like a sausage. So he went to the whoever was selling them, and he brought it to me on a hard roll, because they eat a lot of hard rolls over there in Europe, and mustard. That was it. And I have to tell you, I loved mustard from that day forward. I just loved mustard and hard rolls. It was such a simple sandwich. It was just a sausage and a hard roll and mustard. And that's what got me to like mustard, because I never liked mustard before that. I always was a ketchup person, and now I'm not. A lot of people do. My one son does not like anything tomato based. My other son loves everything tomato based. My husband loves tomato based. I'm a mustard person. I like anything with vinegar in it. Yeah, Grandma Ducky. I don't know if I've tried that before. I'm going to have to try that. I actually made French fries. I have them in the kitchen right now. Yeah, mustard, mustard, mustard. Yep, Dijon mustard. Marianne likes Dijon mustard. I like just the plain old mustard. I heard it's not really that good for you, and yet I like it. I guess a lot of things aren't good for us. They said eggs weren't good for us, and now they say they are. And they said coffee wasn't good for us, and now they say it is. I think most things done in moderation are probably pretty good. Right, Heather. It would be a hard choice. It would be a hard choice if you like both. It really would be. So have you ever done a live stream where nobody showed up? I know Grandma Ducky said she had 3 people show up. And, you never know when you're going to do a live stream if anybody's going to show up. Because if the afternoons are very, people are busy. A lot of people are working out with, doing things, all kinds of stuff. That could be right, Dory. That could be right. So, Dory, did you think any more about your RV, that you might buy an RV or not buy an RV, or sell your place or not sell your place? I talked to my kids about van conversions. Now, we've had motorhomes in the past, big motorhomes. And I told my kids, I said, rather than rent an apartment, why don't you get a van conversion? It'd be a lot better. That way you own it and no one can take it off of you. Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. Let me get a drink. I don't have a cold, but when I talk too much, sometimes I start to choke. Hey, John Poi, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, so Yeah, Dory, I can only imagine. Grandma Ducky, have you ever had an RV? Because they are a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So when you have done a live stream, any of you, what was the worst thing that ever happened to you? And what was the best thing? I think the worst thing so far, and hopefully it's the worst thing that will happen. Um, yeah, Marianne, I agree. I agree. And picking a right time, because in order to do that, so that you can do that, you have to kind of pick a time that most of the world is going to be up. And a lot of times they're not up. You get a part of the world that's not going to be up at the same time that you're doing your live stream. But I think having an international audience is so cool. It really is. It really is. John, how are you doing today? Are you going to do a live stream today, later on, or after this one, or whatever? Oh, Grandma Ducky, I did a video called My Retirement Home is a Motorhome, because I told my husband, I don't ever want to move out of this house. I love my house. But if we ever did, it would be a motorhome, because if I'm going to downsize, I'm not getting a condo. I'm not getting a townhouse. I'm not getting a smaller house. I would just get a motorhome and put everything in storage. But I think that for me, I would prefer to keep my home and have a motorhome. I love a motorhome. Yes, Marianne, I agree. I totally agree. I have a lot of Philippine friends, wonderful friends. Yeah, Jory. Yeah. It's tough. Oh, okay, John. Okay, that sounds good. Well, just remind me so that I can share you out, so that my friends know about it as well. Okay, just remind me. Thank you. Yeah, I agree, Marianne. I agree. Grandma Jackie, I think having a motorhome is awesome, because you own it, and you can put your belongings in there, and people live in them. I mean, a lot of people, it's their lifestyle. And for me, I would most certainly, we've had motorhomes, so I know what they're like. And I would love that. Hey, MS Health and Beauty, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I think, um, yeah, Grandma Ducky, life is so precious and it goes so fast and it's so unpredictable that I'm just enjoying it. I'm just going to enjoy my life. I gave up worry a while back. I gave up fears a long time ago, because I mean, there's healthy fear, like a bear charging at you in the woods. Of course, you want to. Hey, Bianca, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. If a bear is charging at you through the woods, you want to have healthy fear and get out of its way. The problem is people then hold on to that fear, like PTSD, long after it served its purpose. And that's where it stops you from your best life. Worry is sort of the same way. Worry, absolutely, Marianne. I agree. The subject matter. I don't know how many people would want to talk about ketchup and mustard, but I thought, well, that's a good subject. It's a lighter subject. Not all subjects have to be heavy. Although I need to probably title my videos with more, how like I do my daily videos and they're on a heavier topic. Maybe I need to title my live streams that way, so it pulls in more of a wisdom type of audience, where we're talking about a subject with wisdom. Um, yeah, yeah. I think so. Yeah, those are all beautiful countries, Marianne. All beautiful countries. Yep. Thank you, Ms. Health. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, going around in an RV, I mean, my husband and I together, we have our channels that we watch together, and then we have our channels we watch separate, and we watch RV channels together. I mean, it's like some of these RV channels are huge. I mean, they're just huge, like 4 and 500,000. And we like to watch those. Yeah, you're right, Jory. You are right. Absolutely. If you have the faith of a mustard seed, absolutely. I love that. I love that. And so some of these channels are huge channels that we watch, and you feel like you know these people. Like you watch them. I mean, it's not live streams like this is where you're interacting. It's more, videos, but I love it. Hey, Kazina, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. And so when you come on, and you watch different videos, you get to know people, you get to know their personalities. You feel that you know them. And then, especially if you come on a live stream, you really do get to know each other because you're up on each other's panels and in the stream and all of that. You really get to know a lot about a person and a lot of personality. Yeah, Marianne, I don't at all because of I want to keep my channels, and I find that you have to be so mindful about every word you use and every subject matter that you talk about here. So I stay clear. If anything, I talk about, just common sense, everyday wisdom or ketchup and mustard. If you don't know what else to talk about ketchup and mustard. Yeah, I agree, Marianne. I agree. But that's also an in-person life too. You just don't talk because it's a divisive topic. You're going to find people who relate to you and agree with you, and you're going to find ones who don't, and the ones who don't, you're probably going to lose. So why even talk about it? You're not going to change people's minds. It's very rare that we ever change somebody's way of thinking. Very well, very unlikely. People have to change their own minds on their own. They make up their own mind. And I'm not in the business of trying to change other people's minds or giving advice. I don't give advice. I just share with people how I live my life so that I can inspire others to find their own best life their way. We're all different. We all have different traits, abilities, challenges, blessings, and we work with what we've got. We're like a ball of clay that we're constantly molding. Oh, Grandma Ducky. Yeah, Heather, I agree. I totally, um, well, Jory, yeah, I agree. If it's one-sided over there, I agree, but not, just over here, you're really taking a chance if you talk about, even like if someone gets political in my live stream, I delete the comment because they do watch your streams. One day, I don't know if Jory, if you were in the stream, but we were getting like YouTube monitoring. That was a while back when they were doing that. They do that, I think, periodically. I'm not sure, but it seemed like, you know, um, they do watch your channel. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, my husband and I can be talking about something, and all of a sudden it appears on the screen, like as a commercial. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, Marianne, I agree. I agree. So, for that reason, I just simply don't talk about certain subjects. There's certain subjects that are off limits on my channel. Now, I don't care what anybody talks about on their channel. It's just on my channel. I keep it either where we're just, chit chatting about general stuff, or I keep it where we're talking more of a wisdom topic, that type of thing. Yeah, yeah. But, sometimes you just can't, you don't know how someone's going to interpret what you say. People can misconstrue what you said. And I've seen, and when you're dealing in a public setting, you don't know who you're talking to or who's listening. That's why you always see my videos as I start out with the same sentences. I don't give advice. I don't give suggestions. I don't give information. I don't give recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics as is with this one. I say that all the time because everyone is different. And I never give advice. I just share how I live my life and my views on different topics. Hey, Josette, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And because you're dealing with so many personalities. And I just did a video, I haven't put it up yet, called Dysfunction Junction. When dealing with dysfunctional people. Mr. Tranquilla, welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And, you know, Grandma used to say, dysfunctional unless proven otherwise. And what she meant by that is everyone has their problems and their idiosyncrasies and things going on in their life. And she said, that's fine. We all do. But she said, sometimes there are people out there that have a lot of dysfunction. And, you know, you just don't see that when you first meet them. And it is. And, you know, it just depends. You know, people have personality issues, but sometimes one person, you know, there are things that don't bother me at all that might bother someone else. And there's things that might bother me that might not bother someone else. So we have to find what relationships work for us, what we're willing to tolerate, what we're not. Oh, thank you, Josette. Thank you. Oh, Josette, I appreciate that you shared me out. Thank you so much. You know, the only way that I grow when I do a live stream is if someone, you know, you all share me out. When I'm not shared out, no one else, other than in my own community, if you know, sees me, and even many of them don't see me because they don't get the notification. So I appreciate that, Josette. Thank you so very, very, very much. Thank you. And so, yeah. I think, you know, I'm just mindful of the topics that I talk about. And, you know, I have my viewpoints. I'm very opinionated, but I also value other people's opinions. And I never walk on someone else's opinions because that they're entitled to theirs. I'm entitled to mine. The only time I have an issue with somebody that has a different opinion is when they don't let me have my own opinion. And then I say, well, wait a minute, that's not right. I'm sitting here listening to your opinion, but you absolutely negate my opinion. So I don't do that. I stay away from that. And, you know, because I think we all have a different opinion. We're not going to see eye to eye on every issue that we talk about. So we have to find common ground. If you want a relationship with somebody, you have to put certain things aside to have a relationship. And when you have different viewpoints, especially on significant topics, it's going to be more of a challenge. But you have to decide, is the relationship worth more than the subject matter? If the subject matter becomes more important than the relationship will likely not continue. If you want the relationship to continue, then you have to find what you do have in common and focus on what you have in common, not what you don't have in common. And so that's how I do it, because I have one friend and she and I have very different political views. So we just don't discuss them. We just don't discuss them at all. And we have a great relationship, a great relationship. Yeah. So it's just the way it is. And you have to find what works well for you. You know, like I said, what works well for me may not work well for someone else. So ketchup or mustard? John, I don't think you told me whether you like ketchup or mustard. Which one? If you had to choose, and if you could only choose one. Yeah. And so yeah. So I might be on or might not be on tonight at 10 because we might go to dinner. I'm going to try to talk my husband into going out to dinner tonight. And if we do, I may or may not be here to do a live stream. But I might. Who knows? It depends on when we get back. We have a couple favorite restaurants that we go to. And I'm at the place now that I don't really like to try many new restaurants because you end up spending a lot of money, and most of the time you find out that the food wasn't worth it. And so now I have really two restaurants. One is a biker bar that serves fantastic bar food, and the other is a um, just a kind of a simple mom and pop restaurant. And rather than stand, I don't like to stand in line. If I have to stand in line or if it's crowded, I don't go. I don't like to be crowded, and my table is very important. The table that I sit at. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you, Josette. And thank you so much again for sharing me out. I appreciate you. Thank you. You sleep well. Sleep wonderful, my friend. Sleep wonderful. Thank you so, so much. And if y'all don't have Josette, please connect with her. She was kind enough to share me out. Thank you, Josette. So, yeah, so yesterday I took a nap after I did my live stream. And I was amazed, absolutely floored how much energy I had after that nap. I mean, it was amazing. Hey, James Skype Guy, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. But I was really floored that I had all that energy because when I did the live last night, I was up here by myself and I talked for 2 hours. I don't think I can normally talk for that long. And I wasn't tired at the end. Normally I'm like exhausted, but I wasn't. I was not tired. And so I just um I just I'm it's amazing what a nap can do. And Ron Jarrell Adventures, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend. And yeah, so Joy, most people don't like liver, but I can tell you now, I'm vegan, you know that. But I grew up once a week we would have liver, and I hated it. But I can tell you that now, if it's done right, the small pieces, I love it. I love it. Like chicken liver, it's breaded and everything. Oh my gosh. My friend brought me over chicken livers one day, and I said, "Oh," but oh my gosh, they were so awesome. Yeah, James, you know what? She found a little restaurant here and she brought some over, and they were absolutely fantastic. They really, really were. And I'm vegan, so, but they were fantastic. And so, yeah. I just loved it. I just loved those. But there again, when I go out, I eat what I want, or if I go to someone's house, I eat what I want. But at home, I'm primarily vegan. I stick with being a vegan. Now I cook different meals for my family. I do that. But for me, I'm vegan. So, yeah. But if you don't know James Skype, you want to have James Skype's channel because he's a big channel. Jory, I didn't know that, but I've cooked liver before, but I'm not real good at it. So my mom was excellent. Oh my gosh, she could just cook it perfect. And she loved to get those. She loved to, if we could pick them up from a restaurant, she loved those. Hey, Camille. Hey, Camille, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Do you want to come up for a moment, Camille? If you do, let me know. This is not going to be a real long live stream. I'm just popping on here because I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to lay down. I don't really go to sleep, okay, on a nap. I just kind of drift in and out, you know, and it's just enough though for me to recharge. It's just amazing. It's just amazing to recharge a little bit. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, but for me, I love mustard. I could put mustard on just about anything, even though it's not good. Good for us, I guess. Dory says it's good for us, but I don't know. They say anything with, what is it, fructose and mayo and all that in it. I don't know. I don't know. Ron says, my mom could cook it great, but I haven't had it like that since she passed away. Ron, chicken livers, you know, if you can find a restaurant that makes them, um, they are absolutely amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so I take my nap, I just lay down on my bed, and take a nap. Now, this is what's interesting with me. If I have a hard time sleeping, and I have a wonderful mattress, by the way, but if I'm really not going to sleep, you wouldn't believe where I go to sleep at. And then I go back to bed later. I go to sleep on the floor. Not all the time, but if I can't sleep, I take my pillow and I take a blanket, I go lay on the floor, and there's something about that hard, cold floor that puts me to sleep. And then I get up after I fall asleep, and then I go back to bed. But I'm just my husband says I'm a strange sleeper. I have to get up, I lay on the floor, I go back to bed. Sometimes I want to sleep sideways. I'm kind of all over the bed. I'm kind of all over the bed. That poses a problem for my husband, though, sometimes. But then he gets up very early and his alarm clock rings. And I'm a very light sleeper. He's a heavier sleeper. Oh, yeah, Ron. Ron. My mom did the same. My mom always made gravy. She always made homemade gravy. She's such a good gravy maker. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's wonderful when you have a mom like that. Yep, yep, yep. But now I know some of the places. There's one of the chains. What was it? It was a fish chain that used to serve chicken liver or beef liver. I can't remember, but yeah, quite a few. Quite a few of the fast food restaurants were serving it for a while. I don't know if they still serve it or not, but and sometimes these where my girlfriend got the chicken livers from was from a like a stop and go, like a 7-Eleven. They cooked food there, and she said they had some of the best food. So she brought the chicken livers over that day. Yeah, me too, Ron. Me too. Yeah, very southern. Very. We do it like grits, mush, um, southern dishes, fried green tomatoes, fried pickles, things like that. You know what, Marianne? I'm a big pierogi person. I grew up on pierogies because I'm Polish, and I love. I was born here, though, in the States, but my family all came from Poland originally. And so when I went to Poland to live for a while, when I was over there, I ate pierogies all the time. I loved, loved, loved pierogies. Love them. But yeah, Jory, a lot of Southern dishes, and most Southern dishes have gravy. Ah, okay, Marianne. So that kind of food, the pierogies. What kind is your favorite pierogi? My pierogi, my favorite is the kind you buy in the store in the box. I love homemade pierogies, but I'm not good at the homemade pierogies. I make homemade noodles, but my pierogies are not, they fall apart. Um, but the ones that you buy in the store in the box, the cheese and potato pierogies, so I love those. Yeah, Ron. Oh, yeah. In Texas, big time. Big time. I hear you, Ron. I hear you. Joy, I don't know if I've had sauerkraut pierogies. I've had dessert pierogies too. When I lived in Poland, they made a lot of, potato pierogies for me, Marianne. Potato pierogies. When I was in Poland, we went to this one restaurant and they actually had a blueberry with cream pierogi. Oh my gosh, it was out of this world. Out of this world. John, you do. You do because you have to press them down in a way so that all the filling doesn't come out. Now, I make homemade what I call pierogi noodles, and they're very thick noodles. Some would call them a dumpling. They're not a dumpling, but they're a very thick out of flour, water, salt, and eggs. And what I do is I put those in hot boiling water and I boil those. Those are no problem. And they taste like a pierogi without the filling. And often we will take those pierogies and put them on top of mashed potatoes. And that way you have the kind of the taste of a pierogi without it really being a pierogi. The problem with me making the pierogies is they fall apart. Mine just fall apart. So I've kind of given up on making homemade ones. I have friends that can make them wonderful, not me. Yeah, but I love pierogies. Love, love, love. And chicken livers. You've got me all hungry now, and I want to take a nap after I get off of here. I don't want to be cooking. Hey, Oregon Help Cares, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. So that's life, and um, cooking is such a wonderful thing when you enjoy it. It really is. It really is. I love to exercise. I was out there today and I did my 5 miles. I don't miss a beach. I'm out there every day, 5 miles. Oh, Dory, that sounds amazing. That really sounds amazing. Oh, Marianne, yep, yep. Do they have good pierogies up there? Oh, you mean you make your pierogies? I agree. I agree, Ron. I agree. Yeah, but I love to cook. I do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of cooking. I really do. I make homemade noodles a lot because my mom made homemade noodles a lot. And but my favorite food in the whole world is fried green tomatoes. And that is my favorite food. And how I do those is I fry them, I slice them, I dip them in cornmeal, fry them, and then I put them on buttered white bread. And oh my gosh, it's just so good. Now you can toast them too, and I like them toasted with butter. But I'm not saying that they're the healthiest because they're fried, but they're so good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But fried green tomatoes, and if I don't have any green tomatoes, because they don't always um, have green tomatoes here. I mean, you have to look for them, and they're quite expensive if you go to the grocery store. And so if I have that hankering, as they call it, for fried green tomatoes, what I do is I go get myself a jar of pickles and I make fried pickles. I grew up with fried pickles and they are so good. So I fry pickles a lot, and I love fried pickles too. I would say fried pickles would be very secondary to fried green tomatoes because fried green tomatoes has that sweet and that sour taste to it, and I like that. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So mustard or ketchup, mustard or ketchup. I don't think I'll put mustard on my pierogies though. Yeah, 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 Ron. I like to cook and eat. But here lately, because my kids are all grown up, they two live at home, one lives down the road a little bit. When we're all here together, we have dinner together. But they're busy, and so what? If it's just my husband and I, we what we do is we go to the we go out and eat. We go out to eat, and we just go out to eat. It's just a lot easier. And sometimes my boys will say, Mom, bring home something. So we bring them home something too. But, they're young, they're in their 20s and their early 20s, and they go to college and, work full time. And it's hard to get us all at the dinner table like it used to be. We always sit down at the dinner table, and now maybe a couple times a week we sit down, but the rest of the time is usually my husband and I. So we just go to dinner. Just go to dinner. So yeah, so getting back to the other topic of what do you do when no one shows up at your live streams? Um, I don't know. I would just, the one time that that happened, I was on for 10 minutes and YouTube must have not pushed me out. Um, I just got off. I just got off and I deleted the live stream because I wasn't doing any wisdom or anything. Now what I do is if no one would come on, I would simply take the time to make it a video on a wisdom topic. That's what I would do. Well, Ron, cooking is an adventure in itself. And I'm not sure whether you do content or not, Ron, but you could do, learning how to cook channel, teaching yourself how to cook and the mistakes that you make. When my husband and I were first married, he used to say, if something was burning in the kitchen, dinner was ready. I've had a few episodes where, the funniest, I have to tell you this funny story. We were brand newly married. We've been married a long time, and this is like 30 years ago. And my husband invited some colleagues over to the house. Well, I decided to make tacos for dinner. And so I made tacos, and except I used the hard beans, instead of like the canned beans, I went and got the hard beans, but I didn't soak them. And so, long story short, oh, okay, Ron, I'm going to have to come to your channel then. If you can leave a comment on today's video that I put up and remind me to come to your live stream and what time it is, I will come over. I don't go back on these comments in the live chat at the end. I only go to the comments that are posted underneath the video. So if you go to my last one, I will most certainly come over and support your channel and share it out. Okay. Because I love to go to other people's live streams. I'm on YouTube just as much to watch other people's content as it is to produce my own. I mean, it's so much fun getting to know what other people are doing in their lives and how they're living their life and their interests and what they're all about. I mean, you really get to know people through YouTube in a way that many times you would never get to know them in person, because people share a lot of things about their life on YouTube. Even the travel channels. I mean, you'd never get to go around with them otherwise. And this way you get to see how they're living their life. Hey, Tiffany, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. So, yeah, YouTube is wonderful because you get to see into the world of other people close up and personal. And you do get to know people and you do build relationships here. You really do. And I know a lot of people do what they call the hookups, where they actually get together, that they've met on YouTube and then they get together like in a group setting. I think that is so cool. I have not done that. I have not done that yet because, well, I just haven't, but I think that would be so cool. So cool to do that. I really do. To like pick a place where you'd all meet. Now, the RV channels do that a lot because they're all traveling around. That's what they do. So it tends to be more like RV channels that do that. Wow, Ron, what kind of content do you put up? I mean, what are your live streams about, Ron? Is it a little bit of everything, or is it like specific cooking, or is it, what is it? Now, I have 5 channels. Dianna Brianne Fairchild, which is this one. Grandma's Porch with Dianna Brianne Fairchild. Grandma's Adventures with Dianna Brianne Fairchild. Grandma's House with Dianna Brianne Fairchild. So if you're not connected to all of them, please do. My other one's called What Would Mom Say? Dianna Brianne Fairchild. Okay. And I'm thinking about changing the name of that channel. Now, I have a name in mind, but it's got too many letters. If I include my own name in it, it's got too many letters. I can't even shorten my name for the title of that channel. So I want to keep my name in it, at least my first name, Dianna Brianne, so people know who it is if I pop into their live stream. Otherwise, they won't know. Oh, Marianne, that sounds amazing. That sounds wonderful. I hope you do pierogies. I hope you do pierogies. I most certainly will love to watch that. Yeah, see, my mother was actually born in 1922, not my grandmother. My grandmother was born in 1901. I like that. I like that idea, Ron. I like that idea. A lot of different things that you do, RVing, motorcycle, camping, do it yourself, cooking, just all over. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, so being on YouTube, you really make friends. You really, really do. And it's even more cool when you get to actually meet them in person. It's so cool when you get to meet the people that you've got to know so well in person. And I have met quite a few people from Facebook in person that I initially met on Facebook, and then I met them in person. And I have to tell you, it's amazing because it's kind of surreal. You see them on YouTube or you see them on Facebook, and then all of a sudden you're with them, and you have all this history together, that you've built just through your content. Oh, Marianne, 1901. Yeah, she was born in 1901. She'd be 121 years old now. My mother was born in 1922, so she would be 100 years old now if she was alive. 100 years old. That's hard to believe. My mother would be 100. Where does time go? Where does time go? Yeah, Ron, that's how my channel is. We have fun, but no drama. We're a drama-free channel. Hey, Mega Van Mike, welcome, welcome. Another great channel just stepped in. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I like to go to nice channels where you feel good when you've left there. And some of those channels that the bashing channels, oh my gosh, I don't go there. I don't go there at all. Not at all. So, what do y'all plan for the rest of the day? What do you plan for the rest of your day? Do you plan on? Sounds like we're all going to cook now, right? Because we're all hungry, or we're all going to come to each other's house because somebody's going to cook, you know. But I think I'm going to take a nap, and because I did my exercise, I got my run in, I did my videos, I'm doing my live stream, um, and my house is all cleaned and organized and everything. So I'm just going to take a nap, and I hope that my husband and I go to dinner. But either way, I still may be on tonight. We'll see. That is so cool. You were so blessed, Dory. You were so blessed. Oh, Megavan Mike, that sounds amazing. How do you make wet burritos? I don't know what a wet burrito is. Um, I love burritos. I just don't know what a wet burrito is. Do you like wet the taco shell, or do you wet the outside of it, or um, there is a restaurant here that it's called a fried chimichanga. And when I eat out, like I said, I eat what I want. And it's like the coat, it's coated in honey, some kind of honey batter. Oh my gosh, it's out of this world, out of this world. I just love, love, love good food. Good, 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 good food. Unfortunately, what I call good food is fattening food. So, Southern food is very fattening. Oh, okay. Okay, Mega Van Mike. That sounds great. Red sauce with taco mix. Do you do like a shrimp, chicken, beef? What kind of steak? What do you do when you make them? What are you making tonight with the burrito? Is it going to be shrimp or chicken or steak or hamburger? Sounds wonderful. So 11:20, Ron, is 9:20. Is that right? 9:20. Okay. Beef. Sounds good. Sounds so good. I just gained 10 pounds on my live stream here today, just thinking about it. You know, when I was 20, I could have 2 Big Macs and still lose weight. Now I can look at a Big Mac and gain weight. You know, that's what happens when you get in your 60s. You have to be so mindful what you eat, you know. Dory likes a burrito with green sauce. Yum, 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 yum. I like green sauce. I do. My son won't have anything to do with anything that's green on in his food. But I love green sauce. Tiffany loves it too. So, well, I wanted to pop on because I like to kind of keep some kind of, um, you know, where people are kind of looking for me at specific times. And if I come on during the daytime, it is usually somewhere between 2 and 4. I never know because of my schedule. So if I'm going to come here, the latest is usually 4:30, but somewhere between 2 and 4. I think the earliest I've come on is 1:30, and usually not many people are around at 1:30. 1:30 is an odd time to come on, and so I usually come on about, you know, somewhere 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. 4:30 is pushing it because if I do a 10 o'clock live stream, 4:30 pushes it too close to the 10 o'clock live stream. Yeah, John, our metabolism changes. And no matter how much we work out and exercise, our metabolism has changed. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you. And so when our metabolism changes, it tends to slow down as we get older. So we have to eat less if we don't want to put on weight. And we have to be more selective about what we eat. And so that I am. I'm very selective about what I eat. And but when I go out there again, I eat what I want. Or if I'm going to your house, I'm going to eat whatever you're serving. So I'm a vegan kind of at home, if that makes sense. But I do go out. If they have a good vegan menu, then I'll have something from the vegan menu. But most places don't. So if I want to go out, I eat healthy. So I don't worry about it. I really don't. I don't worry about it. Not at my age. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Thank you. And give your mom a big hug for me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, John, that's amazing. I'd like to say the same thing. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hey, JE is Mog TV. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, tell your mom, Tiffany, I'm going to take a nap after I get off of here. Either that or I'm going to cook something else but I don't want to cook because if I cook, then I'll eat and then I won't want to go to dinner and I want to go out to dinner. So, oh, Dory. Yeah, that would be something. I don't know if I want to go that far back, but it is much more challenging as you get older to keep that weight down to where you want to keep it, at least for me. But I do a pretty good job, but it's still a little challenging. Thank you, Jet Ismog. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So yeah. So I don't know what I'll title my live stream tonight. I don't want to push people away because if I title it a wisdom topic, which I like to do, because I like to kind of keep it like last night, it was is falling in love real love? And that's kind of a wisdom topic because we were talking about love. But a lot of times if you get into too heavy of a subject, a lot of people don't want to come on the live stream. I want, the live stream, everybody to come on, because they can meet friends while we're talking or whatever, and, oh, I just did a video. I haven't put it up yet called, Are You an Angel? Are You an Angel? I think maybe when I get off of here, I'll put that video up called, Are You an Angel? Are you an angel and just don't know it? You know? So I talk about so many, many different subjects. I really, really do. Well, thank you everybody for coming. I was only on an hour, but if I go to dinner and I get back in time, I'll be on tonight at 10. If I go to dinner and I'm not back in time, then I won't be on, but I should be on. I'll probably be here because I've been here pretty much except for Sunday night because that was Super Bowl. Um, I'm usually here pretty much most nights, even if I just come on for a half hour. Hey, TC. Oh, my beautiful friend TC is here. She is so wonderful. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming here. I appreciate that. So wonderful to see you. If you don't have TC, she's a cooking channel. She's a beautiful person, beautiful personality, and fantastic, fantastic cooking channel. It really, I guess I should call you a cooking channel. I mean, you're a little bit of everything, but mainly cooking. And it's just a beautiful channel. So please connect with TC. You will love, love, love her channel. Thank you, my friend, for being here. Thank you. Just barley. You know what? I cook with barley periodically. Are you making something with barley today, TC? Um, you are such an amazing cook. I just love to share out your content because it's so amazing. And you do such a beautiful job. You really, really do. And TC is extremely supportive. She's a wonderful, supportive friend. Well, I'm heading on out. I'm going to go take my nap or I'm going to go do something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take a nap, but I may call my husband first and say, let's go to dinner. And so, yeah. So kind of keep your eyes open for me. I may be on around 10 o'clock. And I will most certainly, any of you doing a live stream, I most certainly, even if we're doing them at the same time, I'll come over and support you and I'll come over and share you out. Because remember, we can't pick a perfect time for a live stream. And we're always going to step on somebody's toes, meaning that we're going to be doing a live stream when they are doing a live stream. So what I do is I tell everybody to go over there, visit for a while, come back over to my channel. You know, you can keep more than one tab open so you can be on two channels at once. And we all do that all the time. And I know I do it all the time. So like Ron's going to be on tonight and he's going to be doing a live stream, I think at 9:20. So if you're not connected to his channel, please connect. And Arnie, I hope your doctor's appointment went well, my friend. I hope it went well. And Arnie, I'm probably going to be on tonight because I'm getting ready to go off here right now. But I will probably be on tonight unless we get in too late from dinner. Okay, so I should be on tonight. But I'm going to go take my nap now. So I'm all rested for tonight. So anyhow, well, thank you all for coming. Love you all much. And if I'm on tonight, it will be around 10 o'clock. Okay. And if not, then I'll be on hopefully tomorrow. But I think I will be most likely tonight. So thank you. Thank you. And have a great day. And I will talk to you all a little bit later. So from my house to yours, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.